Hey everybody, welcome to Fit Tip Tuesday. Today I'm talking about, today I'm continuing my series on body specific pants fitting adjustments you might need before you cut out your fit muslin. And I want to talk about the waist and the tummy area. I'm going to loop those two together because they're very similar in location, and adjusting for a defined waist is super easy. So I'm going to show you that first. Then I'm going to talk about what you can also do if you have a prominent tummy. So if you have a defined waist, meaning your waistline where your waistband is going to sit is significantly smaller than your high hip or your tummy, you can make an angle at your center front. Now I'm going to put my ruler even with the grain line here so you can see that this center front edge is tipping slightly towards the side seam. And what that's essentially doing is it's creating a V at center front. So when you zip up your jeans, what will happen is it closes this and it makes the pant or jean push up like this onto your hip so it settles into your defined waist. So if you have a defined waist and your pattern has a straight center front edge, you can angle it a little bit like this, and that will make sort of a dart. And if I repeat it, like I'm just going to dash it in over here. So like here would be the other side if they were right next to each other. You can see that when you zip that up, it closes the top, and when you close this top, it essentially pushes this up a little so it sits on your defined waist. So that's how you can adjust your pattern for a defined waist. If where your waistband is going to be is as wide as your full hip or very close to your full hip, you want to make sure that this center front edge is parallel to the grain or straight up and down. Okay, so that's the first thing you can do. And then I'm going to get a second leg here, and I just want to show you if where your waistband is going to sit is the same measurement as your tummy, or maybe it's a little bit bigger, you can actually tip this out a little bit. And I know in ready to wear they do this for maternity wear. They'll actually tip the top of the pattern out ever so slightly. And not only can you tip it out a little bit, but you can also add just a little bit of length to your center front like this. So this is the most, least invasive way to just add room right at your center front to allow room for a round tummy in the front, and your measurement is the same or even larger for your waist versus your full hip or high hip. Okay, you can do that. If you need more room than that, because you can only do this a little bit, I would say 3/8 tops. You don't even want to do a 1/2 inch here, because if you throw it way over, you might start to notice it in the grain of the fabric. So you want to do that just a little bit. If you need more than that, you're going to slash across. And basically, let me just finish the waistline edge here. I need that to show you this adjustment. What you're going to do is you're going to draw yourself a line, and I like to go below any pocket detail, and then you're going to do a diagonal sort of in the middle. You're going to do a diagonal in the middle like that, and then you're going to need some control points. So I'm going to just put one line there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to slash along this line, make a pivot at the side seam. Oh no, sorry. Beep, beep. You really don't need this part of the line. So we're going to slash to the diagonal and up into the diagonal. So you really don't need to slash that. That's my boo-boo. So you really don't even need this. Let me just cross that off. You really don't need that. So notice when I do this, it opens like a book, right? So you can see that that's going to add vertical, plus it's pushing out the center front edge a little bit. But we don't want it to be like a box top, right? That's why we need the second control point right here. or this second slash. So when I get this to be up where I want it, and I'm just going to put some pink paper under here so we can see what's happening. So when I get this picked up the amount I need, let's say it's that much, then I can go ahead and straighten this out like this. So it's not coming up at a hot angle. I'm just going to stick it back down like this. Okay, and you can see what it's doing is it's giving us more vertical room there. Doing both of these adjustments in combination adds width right at the center and length across the whole front. Now the beauty of this is, if you do this adjustment as a body specific adjustment and you find you don't need it or you did it too much when you get into your fit muslin, you can just trim it back off. So that's the cool thing about these body specific adjustments. They're not really designed to fit the pattern to you. It's not a fitting adjustment. It's more of a let's customize the pattern and give ourselves room where we think we need it before we start fitting. And a lot of these adjustments, like this prominent tummy adjustment, can be trimmed off when we're fitting if we don't need it. So, all right, that's how you make room for your tummy if you have a prominent tummy. If you have any questions about that, please let me know and I will help you. While you're watching this, I am probably driving my way to the National ASG Conference in New York City. I'm actually going to be going to my friend Eric's house, and he's going to bring me back into the city so I don't have to pay $80 a night to park at the Hilton, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. But I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I will try really hard to post lots of photos of what's happening on my Instagram and Facebook, so keep an eyeball on those things for peeks at the fun we're having there. Next week I will be back with another body specific pants fitting adjustment that you may need before you cut out your fit muslin. Tomorrow I pre-recorded a subscriber Q&A. I'm going to show how to take in a neckline if you have a slender neck, and then also I'm going to show you how to bring in the upper chest or high bust area if you have a narrow high bust as well. Sometimes those things go hand in hand, sometimes they don't, so you may not need both adjustments, but I know at least one person needs to know how to take in their neckline because it's a subscriber question. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back on Sunday night, so I will be back to my regular schedule next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching.